So if you're like me, you're probably trying to figure out how the hell do I unlock Agent Smith inside of MultiVersus? And let me tell you, it's not gonna be easy. So I've seen a lot of videos and I tried to see if I'm on the right track, but most of the videos that I've seen have honestly kind of just told you, oh yeah, you can unlock him. Well, let me explain to you how you can do that. Basically, the game lies to you and also doesn't lie to you. It's a very confusing situation. The only way that you can unlock Agent Smith 2 weeks early is by completing the full Rift mission. Now you might be thinking, oh but wait, it says just defeat bosses and you get points, and I've defeated so many. The boss that is the actual boss is the one that starts off a rift and finishes off the rift. So the only part that will count is once you complete the last mission itself, which is very interesting because there is a lot of the tiers inside of this little battle pass that they give to us, and the only way that I found myself being able to get the currency, or at least the progression on these, is by defeating the last boss that I did, which was Joker. Now the reason this is kind of annoying and a bit silly that they're saying that, oh yeah, just do this and get your points. Well, the only way that you can get points is by completing a pretty long and tedious journey that isn't really difficult until you get onto the, well, more difficult difficulties, because here's a brief explanation of the rifts. It's essentially like its own complete lobby, but there's also different versions of it. So there's the chaos version, which is Joker's, there is the digital slash horror version, which is Velma's, and there's also ones that are either just locked away for the next few days or coming soon. And there's going to be 5 stages to this. So if we look at the first one, there's an easy difficulty, experience difficulty, crushing difficulty, insanity difficulty, which is just completely unavailable, which confuses me, and then lastly the loony difficulty, and you need to unlock a certain amount of gems. Now the way you unlock these gems, or at least get a certain level of these gems, is by getting like gem parts. So as you can see here, I'm on 32 out of 125 and then 52 out of 125. Now I played the experienced version of the rifts and it wasn't too difficult. It was definitely tedious because for some odd reason the Chaos Arya Stark mission, or at least fight, was incredibly annoying and incredibly difficult. Now there might be other ways that you can get these points, but this is the only way that I was able to find it. There is a little bar system at the bottom right that might be able to allow you to get more points by maybe maxing it out. And also one thing that I've noticed is for some odd reason there's specific missions that require you to use a specific character. So for example, this one, Banana Guard required, and the only way that you can unlock the Banana Guard is by logging in 2 days in a row. So this is the first day and I tried to grind it out, tried to see how fast I could get Agent Smith, but I can't even progress those little side missions to get my crystals, to get other difficulties until tomorrow. Now they do promote it as, oh, you can unlock him 2 weeks early, so don't worry, you will be able to essentially purchase him when he releases with either your character tokens, if you have any of those, or the in-game currency that honestly isn't too difficult to get. What is a bit annoying is there are special variants of Agent Smith and a bunch of other characters inside of here that I'm pretty sure you'll never be able to unlock unless they release them as money. And I again assume this variant that you can see here was actually promoted as an exclusive version that you can get. So you essentially have to defeat 30 bosses to get this, or maybe max out the crystals. Basically, it's a very long and tedious grind. So if you're hoping to unlock this super fast, it's going to take you a while. You're going to have to complete a bunch of rifts and it gets a bit annoying and difficult at some points. Now, another thing that I want to quickly talk about is, what do they mean by unlock Agent Smith 2 weeks early? I'm pretty sure there is no date for Agent Smith's release, and this runs up until July 23rd. So are they saying that when this ends on July 23rd is when, like, 2 weeks later Agent Smith releases? Or do they imply by the time you're supposed to unlock Agent Smith, which is like halfway through the mini pass, you'll be able to unlock him and then 2 weeks later he releases? Whatever that means, it is a bit odd It's weird. It's a very weird system that they have inside of this game, and it is going to end on 23rd of July. So I guess you have enough time to get through those really difficult missions. And two things I feel like you probably have a question about. Yes, you can play with friends, and I'm pretty sure you can only play with one more person since they only have 2 duos or whatever you want to call it inside of this now. Again, a bit of a weird one. I remember there was like at least 3 and even 4 players in the past on MultiVersus beta version, so that's weird that they released it kind of without that. And if you're wondering, can I redo the same boss fight twice or 3 or even multiple times and it counts? No. They thought of that because I was like, ooh, I just defeated Joker, let me redo that again and see what happens. And no, it didn't work. So yeah, if you're also wondering how do you get more of those crystals, another thing to quickly answer, you need to complete little challenges. So as you can see at the bottom right corner, I have still some requirements or things to complete to basically unlock those special crystals to then progress to other difficulties. So I need to hit 3 different specials, hit an enemy with 5 dash attacks, and also bring another player with you into battle. So you kind of need friends to play this. Again, it's so bizarre, so confusing, but mainly you have to defeat the boss. It's not too difficult on easy, of course. It gets honestly slightly spicy straight off the bat when you get into experience, and I haven't even gotten on to the next stage, which I'm just kind of not anticipating very much. But yeah, if you're wondering about how to get it, that's basically the best way. I haven't seen any video fully explain it or fully just tell you the truth. They're like, yeah, you can unlock it 2 weeks early, yippee. When is it 2 weeks? There is no actual release date. We don't have the character in our selection to even be able to see if there's like a timer beside it. It's all up to your own speculation, or you have to know the leaks and look into insane details. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Good luck with this painful and long grind.